Great, so now we set up the core foundation of our Facebook page, you're probably wondering, what do you actually post about on your page? So before we dive into the 3 strategies you can use to generate ideas or things you can post about, I want to quickly run through how your page is going to look at the moment. So at the moment, it's currently showing that we have 2 posts on our page, which is our banner image right here and our profile image down here as well. So the first thing you want to do before you start generating more content on your page is to actually go ahead and remove these 2 elements right here. The reason why we want to remove these 2 posts is because these posts don't really provide any value to the users, and we've also got both of these images at the top of our page already. So when it comes to adding things to your Facebook page, you really want to focus on adding content that adds value and is engaging. Where these 2 elements are clearly far from engaging and adding value, they're just a repetition of what we have above. So the first thing you actually want to do is to go ahead and delete or hide these from your timeline. So to do so, all you need to do is click this button right here and then go delete post. And do exactly for the same for the one below, which is our profile image. Click here, and for this one, hide from page. As you can see, they are now hidden from our page, and we can start diving into the strategies on what you can use to actually find ideas to post about. So one of the quickest and easiest ways to come up with posts on your Facebook page is to actually go over to your website's blog and copy one of your blog URLs over onto your Facebook page and then add some description. The reason why this works so well is because this is content you've already produced on your website. You've done all the hard work of writing the content, so all you need to do now is share this content on your social media platforms, such as your Facebook page. So I won't be using Josh George SEO as an example, as this website is still in process. So if I go into any of my blog posts, such as this one for example, you can see these are literally placeholder blog posts, so it won't give you a good idea of what I'm talking about. So what I will actually do to give you a real-time example is I will use my agency site, clickslice.co.uk, for the example for the purpose of this video. So as you can see, we've got tons of blog posts on our website, 9 pages in total. I can take any of these blog posts I would like to share and simply copy the URL by right-clicking and then copy the link address. Or of course, you can open the actual blog post and then just take the URL from here like so. And then go back over to your Facebook page, click create post, paste in the URL, and if you wait a few seconds, the image should populate like so. Once you see the image, this is now linked to your post, so you can go ahead and actually delete the URL. You no longer need to have it as part of your post. And then what you want to do, instead of just posting a link to your blog post as so, you actually want to add some description about this blog post to actually encourage people to click onto this post. So for example, this post is all about link building. Launch a link building campaign in 5 easy steps. Start now. So here's some text that I wrote earlier, which is a really good fit for this post. We could say, we all know that link building plays a crucial role when it comes to SEO and ranking on the first page of Google. However, not everyone knows how to build the correct high quality links that actually make all the difference. Check out how we build a link building campaign in 5 easy steps. This would be a really good fit for our post. So once you're happy with your post and your description, all you need to do is go ahead and click post. And that will now add your post over and live onto your Facebook page, which you can see right here from under our post sections. So that is the first strategy. So if you already have an existing website, then simply going over to your website and checking out your blog is definitely a great strategy which you can utilize to come up with tons of posts you can post on your Facebook page. So the second strategy which you can use to come up with posts for your website is to actually review the competitors. So let me get away from my personal website, Josh George SEO, and I'll also come away from ClickSlice as well. As for this second strategy, I want to use a different website for this example, and this different website is going to be in a completely different industry, which will show you that these strategies I'm running through are universal and can literally be applied to any website and any industry out there. So for this second example, we're going to be using this website right here called Peak Pets. This website is a website which sells dog supplements, probiotics, calming supplements, so all supplements and tablets to do for dogs, which of course is in the pet industry. So the first thing you need to do is identify who your competitors are. Now, the best way to do that is to simply search for the product or the service that you offer. So as Peak Pets sell dog supplements for joints and for dogs and so on, I simply want to carry out a search for dog supplements, as that is definitely going to return my competitors. So you can actually go over to Facebook and then go to the search bar and then search for dog supplements. However, I don't actually recommend you search for your competitors on Facebook, and the main reason why is, as you will see, you'll get a lot of random stuff appearing, even if you filter your searches just down to pages, which you can do right here. You can see we've got Front of the Pack, which is a dog supplement brand, which is actually quite accurate. But if you look below that, we've got a page from the Doggy Lift, which if we click that page, you will see it has no relation to dog supplements whatsoever. So to really find your competitors and get the most accurate results, what I actually recommend you do is you search for your competitors on Google. So simply head over to Google and carry out a search for a product or service that you offer. So in this example for Peak Pets, it's going to be dog supplements for joints. And then as you can see, Google returns all of these websites. We've got 4 ads at the top, so add, and an ad here. And then below that we have the organic section, which is basically websites who are not running ads and that appear on the first page of Google. So when it comes to picking a competitor, I actually do not recommend that you go for a website off the organic section. The main reason being is because 9 times out of 10, the websites you're going to see in the organic section are going to offer tons of other products and services as well, which means if you go ahead and check out the Facebook pages, you're going to see tons of posts which aren't related to your business. For example, if we go ahead and look at Pets at Home, who are number 1 in the organic listings, if we open this in a new tab, you will see that Pets at Home, they have pages for Christmas, dog, cats, small pets, fish, reptiles, bird and wildlife, tons and tons of other categories. Now, of course, I only want to see posts which are relevant to my business, which in this instance is going to be dog supplements. So you're actually far better off going back to Google and looking at the websites who are running ads on these specific terms. For example, number 1 in this instance is going to be YouMove. So if we go ahead and look at YouMove's website and then go over to shop, you can see literally all they sell is dog supplements. We've got supplements, supplements again. We've got more supplements. This brand literally just sells dog supplements, which is a perfect fit for our website, as our website Peak Pets sells dog supplements as well. So let's go ahead and find their Facebook page and see what they are posting about to come up with some ideas and some inspiration. So let's go over to Facebook and we'll carry out a search for YouMove, spelt like that. We'll go ahead and click the Facebook page. And as you can see, they've got 33,000 people liking their page, which is quite a decent amount of likes. You can see they've got their banner image at the top. Again, very clear about what they do and what industry they operate in, which is of course dogs. Now, if we scroll down and look at their post to see what they are posting about, we've got this post right here on the 10th of October, which was roughly 1 month ago from now at the time of recording. It says, "Lovely Morgan the sheepdog. Here looks chuffed with his YouMove, don't you think?" So this is clearly an image which has been sent in by the customer. And you can see next to the dog, they have their own product, YouMove. So again, this is a really good idea which you could use for content. This post has 46 likes and over 70 different comments. So tons and tons of engagement on this post. And if you scroll down, you can see people are even sending in pictures of their dogs as well. Both my collies, this is Nelly. So tons and tons of engagement. Again, more and more pictures. So you can really come over to your competitor's page, see what they're posting about, use it as inspiration, and then create similar posts on your page, as these are kind of proven blueprints which you know generate likes and actually generate engagement. So let's scroll down and see what else they are posting. I'll come off that because that is all the 70 likes. Let me go ahead and actually unexpand that. Like so, and now you can see they've got another post below. They've got YouMove again. Cards, cakes and flowers are just some of the ways we say thank you to each other. But what about our dogs? We've pulled together some hints and tips to help you thanks to man's best friend. Then they've got an image here of a dog chewing a dog toy by the looks of it. It has 838 likes. That is a lot of likes. 14 comments again, so quite a bit of engagement. Again, you can just go through the same thing and look at all the posts, see exactly what they are posting. See which of the posts have the most engagement and the most likes, and then simply replicate those posts on your Facebook page. So that is a really effective strategy. So the third strategy, which I'm going to cover in this video, is going to be using industry-related blogs. So what do I mean by industry-related blogs? Well, these are other blogs out there on the internet who post content in your industry. So Peak Pets, as I discussed already, is a website in the pet industry. So what you can do to find these industry related blogs is simply go over to Google and type in best 100 pet blogs, like so. That will then bring up tons and tons of different websites, which all have a list of at least 100 different blogs. Now, if you actually use this website called FeedSpot, you can actually sign up for email alerts whenever these companies publish new blogs. For example, we have this website right here, iheartdogs.com. You can actually enter in your email address and sign up for an email alert. And you can see by the frequency, these guys will email you once a day. So every single day, you can literally sit back and get an email in your inbox letting you know exactly what this website is posting content about, which of course you can then review the content and see if it's a good fit for your audience and that you can include it on your Facebook page. For example, I actually did this for one of my client websites who operates in the gaming industry. They actually sell these gaming chairs. So we simply signed up for tons of email alerts, and now every day we get at least 20 different emails from all these gaming blogs writing about all this game related content. We then simply cherry pick the articles which we think are good and our audience would like. We then write a blog post about that on our website and then share it on the client's Facebook page. And it works extremely well. So that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you found it useful, and I'll see you in the next one.